Kia ora, good afternoon. I am waiting for my dinner, and I wasn't going to say anything. I I've been leaving it, hoping that this person would deal with the problem, but he's not dealing with the problem. And after what I've just seen, I'm pissed. So now I have to say something. So you know how I've been talking about my friend and how he's got that Kit's Word thing, and Elon Musk and Paper Doll Productions. Remember, Paper Doll Productions was the one that was posting all the images of her as an infant, as a toddler, as a girl having a sexual, intimate relationship with a knight that looked like Elon Musk. On her channel and on Kit's Word, it's all there. It's all on my exes. I've been posting it all over, and teaching people how to perform BDSM for idiots. She then tried to steal one of my movie ideas and quote unquote sell it to Elon Musk. And then when I called her out for everything she was doing, because you know all the stuff that's happening with Grok and Elon Musk getting into trouble for the deep fake, inappropriate sexual stuff in that, I was the original whistleblower on it because she was dressing up like a toddler and posting stuff where she was having an intimate relationship with Elon Musk dressed as a knight because of Night World that my friend you know like there's like a group of them. So then she stole my sister's identity for the Dear Satan cause. The same red hair, the same demon dog, like everything. She stole my sister's identity and then was making out like, what does she say? When you write a letter to Santa and spell Satan instead of Santa or something like that, ask for a dog. Or, you know, she was copying my story, but she literally stole my sister's identity. She literally looked like my sister Erin when my sister Erin was little. And I showed a side-by-side comparison of what my sister looked like when she was kind of not around about the same age, but like a year or two older than the character, which pissed me off because that's identity theft, right? And she also stole my artistic license, like you know, she not my artistic license. It's identity theft, theft of my creative properties is what it is. And I keep saying to my friend, look what she's doing, look what she's doing, look what she's doing. The sort of woman that you would not take home to your mother because of the fact that she didn't even try to hide the fact that she does the BDSM and that she's in a subservient relationship where she's the dominatrix and blah blah blah. She wasn't hiding it. She was making it public to Elon Musk and everybody else, and it's unacceptable behaviour. But the relationship that I have with my friend is a very deep one. It goes back a couple of years, and we have a lot of love and respect for each other on a level that we are each other's muse. I inspire him, he inspires me. We have the kind of relationship with each other where we can communicate without even talking. We know each other's moods, thoughts, feelings without ever having to say a word. And I genuinely, deeply love this man with all my heart, and I know he does too, and she doesn't like that. So what she started doing is she started copying me and following him around everywhere he goes, trying to mimic me, pushing her way in. Remember, I was saying yesterday about all the women, it's all the same women on the same sites, you know, following around because I like to, because I'm writing love stories and I'm writing a Disney princess movie and all that sort of thing, I get inspiration from a lot of things, and social media especially. And I like to be inspired, and she's there. She's right there. Like a bad smell, she's right there. And something was said and I was a little bit pissed off by it because it was like, I'm not allowed to get upset that you've got women in your life who are mimicking me. Stolen my sister's identity, stolen my ideas, and now she's literally pretending to be me. So she used to be Paper Doll Productions, and now she's called Tia Darlin. Tiadarlin. I've put a link in the description box. If you've been following my stuff and you've been reading my posts, especially on this channel, if you've been reading everything I've been saying, go to her posts and you will see she has literally been taking my conversations with someone that I care and love very deeply for and using them in her conversations with him. She's now a fairy. He thinks I'm an angel. They all think I'm an angel until they piss me off. And he's done nothing about it. And the thing is, he wants to be my protector. And I offered him the chance to be my protector. And he's not protecting, not even my creative ideas or our conversations. He's letting her pretend to be me, and he's doing nothing about it. But when I get upset and say to him, bloody hell, because I've worked friggin' hard to create Brehena Saithusa and to create these stories, and my physics as well, and she's literally now stealing my physics. I had a conversation with him where I was talking about stars colliding and becoming one and blah, 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 putting our creative ideas and endeavours together. Every single time him and I just start connecting again, someone's there. Someone's always getting in the way. But this is somebody who promotes fetishes. And that's where I draw the line, because now she's bringing in my stories, she's bringing in my creative endeavours, and she's bringing in personal private conversations I'm having where I'm using quantum magnetics to describe the potential of what we could be doing together if we corroborate, in conversations to lure him away, talking about their meetings and their conversations and all the sex, and now she's talking about her purity. So now a fetish dominatrix is now posting stuff about her purity, when you know that, like, I take pride in my purity. I'm getting so angry. When you get so angry you want to cry, because she's literally stealing my identity. She's stolen my sister's identity. She's stolen my conversations. She's stolen my chastity, even though she's a fetish dominatrix, where she made herself a little child in order to have a love relationship with Elon Musk dressed as a knight, and then a naked Barbie doll where she flashes her boobs. And I'm not allowed to get upset, because then I'm getting angry and I'm making mistakes. And this is the man who wanted to be my protector. And yet he's protecting nothing. He's not protected my identity. He's not protected our conversations. He's not protected my work. And she's the sort of person, she's the sort of parasitic snake who was still being in his life. If I was posting anything on my social media that my kids at the school had produced, she'd steal that as well. Because she's trying to be me, because she hates the fact that I'm his muse and that I'm making him work on himself, and I'm making him ascend, and I'm making him a better person. And after I've just seen the conversations that she's had, where she was literally talking about, the two stars colliding and blah, 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 literally stealing a conversation that I posted only a few days ago when he was down, and I was trying to perk him up and saying, like, look what we could have together. I handed him the keys to my universe, and he just let her make a copy of them, and now I'm pissed. It's one thing to steal my sister's identity, but to steal my science, to steal my private conversations, where I was lifting somebody that I love up off the floor to show him what could be waiting for him if he just got away from the people that he's around. And he's done nothing, and there she is. Everywhere I go, she's there, copying me. And now she's pretending to be pure, and now I'm pissed. And when I get upset, and rightly so, this isn't a jealousy thing. She's literally stealing my work. She's stolen my identity. She's stolen my ascension in order to try and lure men who are looking in my direction away from me. And they've known about it, and they've done nothing. So it's like, I'm done. I'm done. I've been threatened to be stabbed, literally threatened to be killed. I've been accused of being angry when I haven't been. Like, I've been accused of so much. I've been accused of the most horrendous things, and I've stuck by it and stuck by it and stuck by it because I know that he's going through a dark night of the soul. And when you're going through a demagnetization process, you take your rage and anger out on the people that you love the most. I understand that process, so I just brushed it off. But he's known the threat and the danger she is to my future empire, and he's done nothing. And now watching those conversations that she's had where she literally, not verbatim, but she took the whole meat and bones of this private well, it was a public conversation, but it was between me and somebody that I was trying to lift off the ground when he was going through a dark phase. And then she's taken that and turned it into something sexual, and that offends me because I don't sell my body. I don't give my body away. I'm keeping my body. My purity is for me to give to the man that I'm going to marry, my king, my moon king, is for him and only him. And she's taken my purity to offer to somebody on her page. Like, if anything comes out about me being an angel, she turns up with wings. If anything comes out with me being a fairy, she ends up being a fairy. Do you know what I mean? And it's the doppelganger effect. But if I say anything, I get ignored. I get accused of being angry, and I'm not. I'm not the Incredible Hulk. You wouldn't ever want to see me angry. If you made me angry, ask Elon Musk. If you make me angry, you're going to feel it, trust me. This is not me angry in that kind of way. This is me angry of like, bloody do something, you moron. Because the people in his life are just helping themselves to my empire without any regard of the effect that it's going to have on the children as well. My protector is supposed to protect me and my empire and the children in my empire. But if I say anything, it's my fault. I'm reacting, or I get ignored. I get gaslit. She has more of a personal conversation with him than I do, so I don't know what goes on behind closed doors because, like I keep saying, I get the scraps. I come last. I come last. But I draw the line when people are taking my science and my stories and my conversations with somebody that I love very dearly, and my chastity, my purity, and then moulding and shaping it to fit her in order to appeal to the people that are watching everything I do. So after what I've just seen, I'm done. I'm done. He's put her first, and okay, that's fine. That's fair enough. If they have something together that is special between the two of them, then I wish them all the luck in the world, but don't let her steal my identity. Don't let her steal my science. Don't let her steal my stories or my sister's identity or my identity. Let her be herself. People who do that have they have nothing to offer the world. With the doppelganger effect, it's a form of psychosis where these people lack empathy, because somebody who has empathy would never dream of taking somebody else's identity, because they would know how hurtful it was to be able to, if that was done to them. Somebody who has empathy and a conscience would never do that. But with the doppelganger effect, with that psychosis they have and the sociopathy, the psychopathy, they have zero empathy or fear of consequences, because they don't think on the same level as a normal person. They have nothing to offer the world, so they mimic everything that they see as having light. I have a lot of it as well with men that try to come on to me, that men that want to have relationships with me, where they think that if they copy the same things that I'm into, it'll make them attracted to me. It is a normal thing in love relationships that you will mimic each other. And see, the thing is, the man that I'm talking about, we mimic each other naturally because we're identical. We have things in common that are identical, that she doesn't have in common with me or with him, but she can't stand the fact that him and I, we feed off each other in a way where we become each other's muse and inspiration, and it's hot and it's beautiful and it's sexy, but in a like a mutual respect kind of way. It's not in a way where like it's parasitic, but she's parasitic, and men in the past have been parasitic, and he even has it. He's got people around him that are parasitic. Elon Musk is parasitic to him, but I've stepped away from all of that, and he hasn't. But he's letting the people around him feed off me and feed off my sister and feed off my story, my journey and my science and my creative ideas. But when I say something, I get ignored, or I get told I'm angry and that I make mistakes and I need to apologise. And it's like, do you have any idea what I've lost because of you? Do you have any idea the threats I've been put under because I stood and defended you? Do you have any idea what I've lost for you? And I'm supposed to just let these parasites, I'm supposed to say nothing. What about when it comes to the school? So I'm going to let you into the kingdom of heaven, and I'm supposed to be okay with the fact that the asp is going to be the apple, tempt to eat the poison apple, meaning we'll post stuff that the kids have written, that the kids have created, we'll publish books that they've written, albums that they've made, that sort of thing, and if she likes it, she's going to take it and copy and mimic it. So if people like her and Chris and Elon and Donald are stealing from me, they're not going to have any hesitation in stealing the children. And this is the test, mate. This is the test. And you failed, just like every other, failed miserably. You've been sitting watching her mimic me on every level, knowing that she dressed up as a little girl to sexually tempt Elon Musk into a BDSM relationship, and you did nothing, knowing that she stole my sister's identity, knowing that she's taking my conversations and pretending to be me, knowing all of this stuff, and you're doing nothing, and you think that you can be my protector. Where is your sword? It's been threatened, it's been welded towards me, but what about all the people that have stolen from me? Do you have any idea how much I've lost? Do you have any idea what I've lost? Defending you. How many people have threatened to kill me? Defending you. And what have you done to defend me? You don't even defend me against the women that chase you around social media, knowing that they're feeding off everything that I put out there, but I do it on purpose because I'm the trap. I lure you in and then trap you. And I will call you out because it is my legal right to defend my identity and defend my work. I don't need to have trademark signs and copyright signs. I know my legal rights, and I have proof now that she's stealing my work, she's stealing my identity, she stole my sister's identity. She's selling herself as a dominatrix in order to get people like Elon Musk. She tried to steal the quantum menace, the conception of Heracles, and pitch the idea to Elon Musk on her social media. And I'm supposed to not be upset by that. These are ideas, my creative ideas that I have spent years, quantum menace, decades, almost decades it's taken me to create the quantum menace. Some of the stuff I have been working on since I was a child. And she's just gone, just like Elon and Donald and Chris and Marta. Thank you, I'll have that. Boom. Look at me. Look at me. Yeah. But I've got to make money off that because that money is going to rescue kids that you're seeing on the Epstein files. And I'm supposed to not be upset by that. All the stuff that I've created, like the Dear Satan cause and that, is all stuff where the money is all going back into saving children. And she's just taking it like it's nothing. Like I wouldn't find out, like I wouldn't know. But because she's everywhere I go, if I so much as say a thing, guaranteed within a couple of days, she's right there. Like, I don't know if she watches my social media and sees my replies or my likes and stuff, but then, vroom, she's right there and saying stuff. And it's gross. Like, it's sickening and it's gross because it's parasitic to the point of almost psychotic. Because it's not just about her stealing Erin's identity now. She's literally copying conversations that I've had. And throwing sex around like it's nothing. I've kept myself pure because sex to me is something special. I've kept my legs closed. When I have sex for the first time, when I give myself to the man I'm going to spend the rest of my life with, it's going to hurt. I've been told that. The doctor said it's going to hurt. I might even bleed. He said, you might even bleed like you've lost your virginity again. He said, you might want to use a towel. Not that I can, like, that anything, he can't break me in. But he said because, it's been so long, the way the muscles work and the hormones and blah, 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 he said it's going to hurt. He said the first couple of times you might need to be gentle. And I take pride in that. I'm proud of my chastity. I'm proud of my purity. I've purified my cells so that when I give myself to the man in my dreams, he knows that there's not another man that's been anywhere near these virgin cells in my body. Every cell in my body is brand new, pure virgin cells. And it's almost been 11 years since I've had sexuals with a man. And I've had sex with 2 men since I was 20, and I was married to both of them. And I've kept myself, it's almost 11 years, it'll be 11 years this year. So in another 3 years, my cells would have regenerated again. Because it's every 7 years, everything sheds. And so the cells in my body don't remember the touch of a man. They're all brand new, and I pride myself on that. And now she's calling herself pure, and she's literally a dominatrix. Where the men are the slaves. And so I'm pissed off. I'm offended, and I'm pissed off. And he's done nothing. So what does that mean in real life? If we ever met and got together, he'd just let women copy me. He'd just let women steal my books and my movies and my games and my conversations, and worst yet, my children's, because he hasn't cut her out of his life. Gross. So it's like, I'm done. You go and you and Elon and that go and be with your Baphomet bitches, your whatever, and you just leave me to walk in the light in God's presence, and I'll save myself for a man who drinks from a righteous cup. Someone who's proud of me, someone who would never dream of letting anyone come between us on a creative level, on an emotional level, on a professional level, wouldn't dream of it. Because I know the man in my dreams loves me so much that he's like territorial on a level where it's if he's a Taurus, if he's an ascended Taurus, because my twin would be a Taurus dragon, a Taurus-born dragon or a Taurus-born rat, because I figured out the algorithm, you see, from my app. I figured it all out. He would have to have been born between 1978 and 1991 in order to be my perfect match. And then, if I knew what his rising sign was, if he had a fire or air rising sign, he'd be like, we would fit together like a glove, perfect like a glove. I'm also a leap year baby, so I'm technically only 19. And what he has to understand, what people have to understand, you know how I keep saying my sons say I'm like a 5-year-old? That's because I'm around children and I speak the language of child because I have to win their trust. I have to trust them. They have to trust me with everything. Their heart, mind, body, soul, lives, deaths, rebirths, all of it. And so I had to ascend and purify my body to reach the frequency of purity and innocence, to reflect it back. So when they see me as a white dragon, the white dragon lady with feathers, I'm the white dragon with feathers. That's how they see me. But I emulate them. I become like a child because I mimic them. So I technically morph into the purity and innocence and naivety of a small child, because it's the only way that I can get them to trust me with their death, with their stories, with their rebirth, with, when they're in their mother's stomachs, that sort of thing. They trust me. They see me as one of them, which is why they see me as Isusa, the white dragon. That's what the white dragon symbolises. So I'm offended when people like her are going around pretending to be pure and innocent, because they're taking something that is the core essence of who I am as a person that I had to perfect and master in order for children who are sacrificed in murders and kidnappings and like the Epstein fault, like all you know the story. I have to be just like them, which is why they love it when I sing those little songs and stuff. So I need a man who recognises that I'm a strong, powerful, supernatural woman, but every now and then I'm also the innocence and purity of a child. It's why my sons were so protective of me. They keep saying, you have like the body of a woman, the mind of a woman, but the heart of a child. They say I'm like a 5-year-old, and I do, I get excited like a little kid and all of that, because you have to. You can't be in the essence of angels and cherubs without being on their frequency, and children are angels, and if they're dead, they're cherubs. And she's just taking it. It's like, imagine it from an occult level, from like a spiritual level. It's like the equivalent of her pretending to be Maddie McCann in order to lure men into her bed. That's pretty much what it is. That's what she's interfering with. And in the Quantum Menace, I actually wrote it in the Quantum Menace that when the mutants are jumping, when they're doing their time jumps and they're jumping, the shadow folk come in and knock them off course. So while they're flying through the time portal, it knocks them off course because they try to jump in on their slipstream, and it messes up the time sequence. And that's people like her and Elon Musk and Chris and all of that. That's exactly what they do when they try to copy me and steal my work. As I'm jumping, as I'm trying to progress and help evolve mankind, they come in on the slipstream and mess up the time, the time space continuum. Just like with going to Russia and that, every time I got close, the door would get shut. Every time I got close, the door would get shut. Well, this is like on a level of this. I was offering this person, come and join me, come and be a part of my world. Come and like I'm like I was inviting him to enter the kingdom of heaven, because what I'm creating is heaven on earth. But the asp came along with that apple, and now I'm pissed. And I'm not letting anyone or anything steal from the children because they want to get a man. That's gross. That's not feminine behaviour. That's not what a woman does. A real woman doesn't do that. There's no empathy, there's no conscience. And I had to say something because it's unacceptable behaviour. Every time she takes from me, she's taking money off me from in the future. And nothing's been done. I'm not being protected, I'm not being defended. He's just letting it happen. And so, yeah, I had to say something because I'm pissed. So she shut down her paper doll productions. But she's Tia Darling. I've talked about her before. And I've got stuff up where she's a naked Barbie doll, flashing her boobs. So at this point, I don't think I'm ever going to find a man who's going to defend my honour. I'm a woman, I'm a lady. I've worked hard on myself. I'm purified, and I've mastered grace. And perfecting my femininity. I might have a broken tooth, I might be poor, but when I get out of here and I get this money, I'm going to knock him dead. But I'm only going to accept a man who isn't afraid to wield his sword and defend his woman's honour, regardless of who it is. Because you're not just defending me, you're defending my children, and you're defending the kids as well. And if you can't do that, then I'm out. I'm done. I no. I have exceptionally high standards, because it's not just me I'm protecting, it's not just my work, it's children's as well. And if you don't have a problem with people like her stealing the creative endeavours and personal identities of people such as myself who have spent years, you have no idea what I've lost, what I've had to go through. You have no idea. And if you can't see a problem with that, then we were never on the same level. It was all about what you could get out of it and not what we could do together. When you're only making it about you, you don't care about me. And so I'm out, because I know that the man I end up with, he would take his sword to anybody to defend his woman's honour. Actions speak louder than words. Because he's proud of me. He's proud of what I've created. I get to create heaven on earth and save children and make a difference in the world and turn humanity in the right direction. But if there's no man that can do that for me, then I'll just do it myself. I'm perfectly capable of wielding a sword. I can wield two swords at once. And I'll just get a sperm donor. I'll just go to I've already looked it up. They have really good sperm donor clinics in Russia and Germany. Like, I'll just get a sperm donor. I don't need the man. It would have been nice to have one. But it's not going to be just anyone. You're not the prize. I am, because I have the Midas touch. So, yeah, I'm out. I'm done. I'm on my own. I'm walking ahead. I'm just going to I'll follow the Cello Brick Road to Switzerland, and I'll get my symphony orchestra, and I will create my game studio. I'll do it all on my own. Thank you very much. I'm going to do it all on my own, because I haven't met anyone who's even remotely worthy of defending my honour like I defended yours. I put your honour before my own. I put your safety before my own. I put your career and your reputation before my own. I lost my children defending you. And now enough is enough. After what I've just seen her post, I'm done. So, yeah, I'm done.